Alex, I was cleaning out a corner of the loft yesterday and found a box of old price tags from my first craft fair 20 years ago. I had these hand-carved cedar spoons marked at $8. $8.
Oh, Tiger, please tell me you factored in the cost of the wood, the sandpaper, and the 3 bandages you probably used after the chisel slipped.
That's just it. Back then, my pricing strategy was basically looking at the guy in the booth next to me and undercutting him by 50 cents. I was essentially paying people to let me give them my lumber. It was a charitable foundation, not a business.
Well, luckily for everyone listening, we're moving past the starving artist vibe today. Welcome to the TigerDen Daily. We're talking about everything from 50-year trade legends to the cold, hard math of making a profit without losing your soul or your shirt.
Speaking of not losing your shirt, let's talk shop floor efficiency. There's this outfit, EXP Fabrication. They've gone all in on these high-end laser systems, and it's shifted their whole philosophy. Most people think a laser is just a fast way to cut a circle, but they're using it to kill the ghost hours.
Ghost hours? Sounds like something you'd find in a haunted basement, not a machine shop.
It's that invisible time where a part sits on a pallet waiting for someone to deburr it, or square it up, or fix the wonky edge the plasma cutter left behind. EXP is popping blanks off the bed that are so clean and precise they go straight to assembly. It's like being able to bake a cake that comes out of the oven already frosted.
I love a good cake analogy, but for the folks who aren't ready to drop 6 figures on a laser, what about the high-volume welders? I saw Lincoln Electric put out something new for the aluminum crowd.
The AlumaFab system. Now, aluminum is a fickle beast. It's like trying to weld a stick of frozen butter with a lightning bolt. It's gummy, it's temperamental, and if your wire feed is off by a hair, you've got a bird's nest in your machine that'll make you want to walk into the woods and never come back.
You sound like you've had a few bird's nest afternoons, Tiger.
I've spent more time untangling aluminum wire than I've actually welding it some weeks. But this AlumaFab setup is built for that heavy-duty, high-volume grind. It's got a feed consistency that's actually dependable. It's a shot in the arm for the shops that are tired of fighting their equipment.
You mentioned fighting equipment, but some people have been in the ring with these machines for a long time. We had a new member join the TigerDen community from Toronto this week, 50 years in the electrical trade.
50 years. Think about that. When this gentleman started, we were barely using integrated circuits and common machinery. He started as an industrial maintenance electrician. That's the old guard stuff.
What's the secret sauce there? How do you stay relevant for 5 decades without burning out or becoming a dinosaur?
It's the maintenance part of that title. See, plenty of folks can follow a wiring diagram to hook up a new motor. But the industrial maintenance side teaches you the why. It's about understanding the heartbeat of the machine. If you're a kid starting out, don't just chase the new construction high where you're pulling Romex through 2x4s all day. Get into the guts of a factory floor.
So more logic, less brute force?
Exactly. If you understand the theory, the physics of the circuit, the technology can change all it wants, but the principles stay the same. It's the difference between knowing a recipe and knowing how to cook. One keeps you fed for a day. The other gives you a career that lasts until you're ready to hang up the boots on your own terms.
Let's pivot to the maker-mogul side of things. We've talked about big industry, but what about the person in their garage with a CO2 laser or a 3D printer trying to make their weekend pay for itself? We're looking at the magnet strategy today.
This is the smartest low-entry, high-return play I've seen in a while. Think about it. A small sheet of plywood or acrylic might cost you $1. You cut out 20 custom magnets, dogs, local landmarks, snarky quotes, and suddenly that $1 sheet is worth $100.
But isn't the market saturated? Every craft fair has someone selling magnets.
Not custom ones, Alex. That's the hook. If you see a generic dog magnet, it's $5. If you can tell a customer, hey, send me a photo of your specific Labradoodle, and I'll have a custom silhouette ready by the time you finish your corn dog, you just doubled your price.
Okay, but how are they actually calculating that? You mentioned your $8 spoons earlier. How do we avoid the tiger spoon catastrophe of 2004?
We use the maker's multiplier. It's a simple bit of arithmetic that saves lives. You take your base cost, that's your materials, your shop overhead, and a decent hourly wage for yourself. Don't pay yourself pennies, pay yourself what you'd pay a pro, then you multiply that by 2 or 3.
And that's the final price?
Not quite. The hidden trap is the platform fees. If you're selling on Etsy or Shopify, they're going to take their bite. You have to stack those fees on top of your markup. If you take the fees out of your profit, you're just working for the platform, not for yourself.
Speaking of working for yourself, sometimes the best way to make money is to stop it from leaking out of your house. Literally, we're looking at gutters today, which sounds, well, a bit dry or wet, depending on the weather.
It's not the sexiest topic at the Maker Summit, I'll give you that. But Ashley Garber over at Certified Lights was dropping some truth bombs about drainage. We spend all this time worrying about smart homes and fancy finishes, but if your gutters are clogged, your foundation is slowly turning into a sponge.
So the DIY mastery here isn't just cleaning them, it's understanding the system.
Right, it's about edge work. Whether you're using something like the Craig Edge to get perfect finishes on your shop cabinets, or you're looking at the way your house handles a torrential downpour, it's all about the margins. A $100 gutter fix today prevents a $20,000 foundation lift in 10 years. That's the kind of DIY math I live for.
It's all about the long game, whether it's an electrical career in Toronto or a drainage system in the suburbs.
It really is. I've realized over the years that being a maker isn't just about the thing you're holding in your hand. It's about the infrastructure you build around your life. It's having the right tool like that AlumaFab for the big jobs or a simple pricing formula for the small ones so you don't wear yourself out tilting at windmills.
Well, I think we've given everyone enough to chew on for one day, from high-end lasers to dog magnets.
Just whatever you do, don't sell a hand-carved spoon for $8. Learn from my scars.
Words to live by. If you want to dig deeper into these topics, check out the learning paths on the TigerDen site. We've got deep dives into the trades, pricing strategies for your side hustle, and DIY guides that'll keep your basement dry.
Go get your hands dirty, folks. See you in the shop.